friends, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Kristen. I have come back from a little hiatus, so if you're new here, please say hi down in the comments. Also, if you're not new here, love chit-chatting with you guys in the comments, so let me know how you guys are doing down below. But today's video is going to be my May budget setup. I haven't done one of these videos in a while, so bear with me if I'm a little all over the place. I usually just bust this out on my own. So trying to kind of get the bearings of how I do this in film and not be all over the place. So yeah, we're gonna jump right in. I am using a Sara Marie's Humble Beginnings budget planner. She may have these in her shop still, I believe. I also use her stickers. I bought the bundle when I bought her the planner, so all the stickers just came with it that go in this planner. So that's what I'm using. I should stand up to do this because your girl cannot breathe. But yeah, I feel like that might help. So I'm gonna put these off to the side because I don't really need these right now. I'm gonna set up my monthly view, my weekly check-in, and my May budget. Kind of walk you through some changes that are going on and then lay some stickers down. I'm not going to do my sinking funds because I haven't closed out my April sinking funds, which I am going to be doing a video for that, like closing out my April budget and my sinking funds, just to have some content. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, I'm going to kind of show you how I set this up. Everything is laid out how basically just like with what you need, which I love. I just lay stickers down to make it look pretty, so you totally don't even need to do stickers either, but I just like the way that it looks. So we're gonna start with this monthly view. These stickers tend to be just a little bigger. That looks okay. But yeah, so I love this print. It's so cute. May is my birthday month, and who knows, it may be my daughter's birthday month because she seems to be pretty cozy right now, and I'm filming this at the end of April, so she's getting close to her due date, which is the very last day of April. So who knows, maybe she'll be a little May baby just like her mama. But yeah, we are patiently waiting for her arrival. Oh no. Typically I would not care about this, but it's like, oh, can I get it out? There was like a bubble. Just don't want the page to be all weird. Okay, so in my monthly view, I track my expenses, my 5 different categories that I'm gonna fill out here. And then I use expense tracking stickers that match, that coordinate with the month. And then I also have some other ones that I use for other categories. So that's what I do in the monthly view. And then we're gonna put some stickers down, make this look pretty. So I typically do the same thing. I might kind of go back and forth. Uh-oh. Sometimes I forget, even though I've been doing this forever, like using these stickers. I used them last year too, and sometimes I'm like, what did I do? Which one should we do? Should we do the B or the yellow? I think I like the yellow. Part of the sticker came off. But yeah, so yeah, some changes for sure. I am on maternity leave. I am getting some pay from the state, which is nice, so I'm taking advantage of that. My work has a program, San Francisco has a program, and so I work in San Francisco, and so I am able to take advantage of that as well. So I have started maternity leave. I think I'm gonna do, which one should I do right here? Maybe I'll do yellow. Bring in the yellow over here. So yeah, my budget is definitely going to be looking a little different, which I typically don't share 100% of my income because working at the restaurant where I work, when I'm not on maternity leave, it's so variable, and so it's so hard to share exactly what I make. You guys used to see a big part of it because I would stuff my tips, which is majority of my income, but I was getting paid bi-weekly. Whereas this, now I think I get paid twice a month. I don't know. I've only gotten one check since I've been on maternity leave. So it's definitely different. I'm still learning everything, but I'm very appreciative that I'm able to still get access to some funds while I am on maternity leave. So I'm very thankful for that. Okay, so I think I'm going to fill out as I go. Okay, so let's do the weekly check-in. I might have to turn it around here. I turn it sideways because I just like to separate these just so I have a little bit more of a, like, okay, different weeks. These are different weeks. But yeah. So these are 5 categories that are variable from month to month, in my budget. So that's why I like to do weekly check-ins to just keep track. So let's look at April. I can do this without showing too much. So that's my April so far. I guess I can show my budget too. So this is what I got going on so far, but these are categories. I keep track every week to see how I'm doing, just to make sure that I'm staying within budget with these certain categories. So the first one is groceries. Then I do eating out. Then gas. Parking, because I do work in the city and I have to pay for parking. And I like to set a budget which it's gonna change a little bit because I'm obviously not working. But I do set a budget when I am working because sometimes I get lazy and I park closer to where I work and it tends to be more expensive. So when I do my budget check-ins, I can see, okay, Kristen, you're getting close to your budget that you set for the month. Stop being lazy, get to work a little earlier, park a little further, save some money. So that is why I put that in that category. I do still pay for parking when it comes to like going to my doctor's appointments. Again, I'm in the Bay Area, so I feel like we pay for parking everywhere we go. Where I live though is nice because like when we go to grocery stores and stuff like that, they obviously have parking in the parking lots. But if you're in the city in San Francisco and you want to go to the grocery store, luckily, like you get really lucky if they do have a parking lot of their own. So yeah. Okay, so next I'm going to do my budget. So up here, since I'm not going to be at the restaurant this whole month, April I did have some income from the restaurant, and then May I will not have any. So I'm just going to put maternity leave, and then online and bonus. So online, I am a licensed life insurance agent, and so I do help clients with financial services. So I do that on the side, not super consistently, especially not right now when I'm about to have a baby. So if I do have any sales, then I keep track of that. But I'm not like super consistent, but it is nice to have that as like a little side gig. And then bonus for me is like if I get a credit from something, or I return something, or like say I get like a Rakuten check, something like that, that goes into bonus. Also, it's a really nice day here, so I opened up the windows, and so sorry if you can hear like yard stuff going on. Okay, so now we're gonna get into my budget, and feel like my camera's shaky because we did get a new desk. And I just don't think it's as sturdy as my last one. So if it is, I apologize. Groceries, so my rent is $1,200. It does vary. That is why it's in the variable, because our water and our trash and our sewer is included. So those tend to change month to month. So I budget around $1,200. It's usually close to that, especially because we just had a rent increase this last month in April. So it's usually like $11.92, you know, so I usually just budget $1,200. Groceries, I budget $350. This is my portion of groceries. I am plant-based, so honestly, a lot of my groceries are pretty affordable. Being plant-based, I shop at Trader Joe's a lot. We do Costco, but it's mainly like where David gets his protein. So he's spending quite a bit at Costco, and then I split the rest of like whatever else I'm consuming. So yeah, my budget's pretty low when it comes to groceries. Personal this month, it is my birthday month. I may do 100. I do like a mock budget that I do before I, even when I'm not filming, I'll like mock up my budget just to have a solid number so that when I come in to write it in, it's like pretty. So yeah, I didn't put this in yet, but I'm gonna do 100 because I think I was still trying to guess on what I wanted to do. Parking, I am dropping it down to 25. It was, I think I had it at 60. I went over in April. I'm gonna go over based on like my check-ins, because the first week of April, I'm gonna talk about that in that video. Just ramble on. Okay, so gas, I am gonna do 200. I did get an SUV. I don't plan on going really anywhere in May because I will have a newborn. I did just fill up like yesterday, and so I think I will honestly be good, but I usually just budget 200. I think it's about $60 to fill up my tank when I fill up at like Costco or Safeway with like reward points. So yeah, still trying to figure out how much gas I spend with this new car, because I honestly don't drive too much. And David drives a lot because he prefers to drive, and he has a Tesla. So we have charging at our apartments that he gets for free. And so he's always like, I'll drive. And I'm like, okay. So it actually works out. So it saves me on my gas budget most of the time. Electric I pay for, and I usually budget about 75. David does pay for like some other, like our renter's insurance and some other things, so then I cover electric. Toll is going to be like my fast track, so anytime I cross bridges, I do have a thing in my car, so I usually budget about 75. Actually, I was budgeting 125, but I dropped it down because I'm not going to be driving over the Bay Bridge every day to go to work. So that's why I dropped it down. Sinking funds, I'm actually going to come back to because I'm not 100% sure with this money. I'm going to estimate about, I want to estimate like 3,800 is what I'm probably going to get. I did get a letter, but I'm just not sure, like depending on the pay wise, like the dates. I don't know. I'm still figuring all this out. And then I don't really share the rest of this because I don't know. And then at the end, I just come in and put in what I actually made. So I'm going to figure out these numbers, and then I'll plug in sinking funds based on all of this. Okay, so next is my fixed expenses. So these obviously are things that just do not change month to month. These amounts stay the same. Acorns, it is an app online, so I invest $50 every month. There's a $3 charge. I should bump this up, but it's just a fun way to just kind of throw some money into an account and let it grow. I don't touch it. And it just sits in there and grows. It also loses money with the market, so that's not fun when that happens, but for the most part, I just pushed $50 in there and just let it do its thing. I always have a link if you guys want to check that out. Car loan is $449.06 now. So I recently got a new car, and it is a brand new car, so really great, I think, for my new car. My last payment was $329, $449.06. So I'm spending about $120 more a month on this new car, which is fine. I can definitely make that happen when I'm working and when I'm not working. But yeah, we've increased it a little bit, but I'm paying for a bigger car. I love it, and so I'm not mad about that. And then Apple Memory and Music, I just combine these, is $20.98 through the whole month. They come due different times of the month, which is kind of annoying, but that's the deal. My dental is $12 and my vision is $17, which I should really go to. I need to go to the dentist, but I also need to go get my eyes checked again. My car insurance has gone up a little bit too. I forget, I think it was $250 and it's $261.78 now. I tried to put my new car on the insurance that I had. I had AAA, and it was like almost the amount of my car payment. And I was like, what on earth? So I had to do some shopping around. I ended up going with Geico, and that's what they gave me, and I am here for it. Especially having like a brand new car, I feel like there's so many things. Obviously, you're protecting yourself from like injury, crashes, injuring any other person. But yeah, I don't know. Like, there's no way I was gonna pay almost the same amount for my car payment for insurance. And it's the same coverage. So I was like, that's a no-brainer. My health insurance is $89.48. And then I do have life insurance, and that is $273.57. And this is also like a savings for retirement account as well. So that's why it is a little more than like I feel like some people's insurance I see. And that's what I do. I help people set up retirement savings accounts, but also get coverage for themselves, their children. So yeah, if you're ever interested, let me know. I would love to do a free consultation with you guys. And then storage. So we recently got storage off-site. We did have storage at our unit in our apartment complex. So sorry for the helicopter, guys. I should shut that window. It's so nice out though. So we did have storage included in our rent and in our unit in our complex, but having a baby and all the things that come with it, the boxes of diapers and everything, we just don't have the space in our apartment. And we were kind of getting close to like maximizing the largest storage we had in our apartment complex. And so there's a storage facility down the street from us. It's like super duper close. And we went there and they were like, oh, $44. And we're like, we will take it because it's larger. It's like double the size that we had. And it's cheaper because we were paying $80 a month. So obviously David and I split that, but 22 is 40, which was included in rent, but now it's only 22. So we signed up for that. So that's kind of a new expense. Okay, let's add all this up. 53, 449.06, 2098. I don't know what's going on. They're looking for someone. So the total is $1,198 and 87 cents. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this. I think, yeah. So that's 2601 remaining basically. Oh wait, let's do that. And then I'm gonna, oh my goodness. And then I'm gonna subtract everything that I like roughly budget. Again, these are just like rough numbers, as they're not exactly what I spend. So it leaves about 476. I'm gonna do like, I don't know. Maybe I should do like 500, and then it'll push me to like work on my side business a little bit more, you know, make some more money in that sense. We're gonna do 500 because, yeah, I do plan to still continue to take meetings, free consultations, and things like that while I am home with the baby. So that is honestly what I would love to transition to do more once, you know, my maternity leave is over, so I can stay home with baby. But yeah. Okay, let's add this up. So 2625. So roughly 3823. And I also think I'm gonna get close to like 4,000 for the whole month of May. So that will give me that little wiggle room, but that is my budget. Again, I usually don't share my estimate income because when I was in the restaurant, a big portion of my income was my tips, and you saw those when I would budget those out and do my cash stuffings. So yeah, that's gonna be my budget for May, with some changes in like income obviously, but yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting to see. I do plan to kind of do like weekly budgets and like break it down, because I do know like people that work and don't work in the industry I work in, where I'm handling a lot of cash and I take cash home, where they do budget their paycheck and like they'll pull money out of the bank. That's usually, I think that's what I'm planning to do, just so I can stay with the process that I've been doing forever, which is cash stuffing. Okay, so next, transactions and sinking funds. So I just shut the window. Let's do this cute little bee. They're cute. And then we'll do the stripes. Wait, what do I do over here? See, this is what happens. I forget what I do. Oh, I think I do this. Yeah. I've like set this up every month and I still forget. Let's do flowers. And again, you guys, you don't need stickers to do a budget. I just love it, and it like makes me want to like get in here and see it. And then I also put this little check-in here. And then sinking funds, I do the little piggy or piggy bank. And then I think that's all I do. I do know I do this for savings, because I do track my different savings accounts that I have and like their growth. And then debt is only my car. And then sometimes you guys, I have like a small little balance I'll carry over from like my Apple card. But most of the time I'm paying that off. And then I usually just, but that's the only card that I ever have like a small little balance. I think because it's the interest is so low. It's like in my head, I'm like, oh, it's fine. But it's not fine. It doesn't happen very often, but if I do ever have a balance on a card, it's gonna be my Apple card. Okay. And then I use this and this page, which I'm not going to set up because I don't know the final numbers, but I use it for my savings challenges, baby, and my holidays, which I have not been stuffing my baby challenges. I am going to start doing that. I just haven't been. And then I'm also not going to write in all my savings like accounts either because I just don't share that. Okay. So I make my own little tracker thing. So accounts, beginning, and then ending. And then whatever I've added and whatever I've used, which I haven't used any, money. So I guess that's good. And then I typically rip out this page because I don't use it. And then sometimes I use these to budget like my cash stuffings, which you guys haven't been seeing. I just did post one for the first time like all year. Or I will use it to like track certain spending or something like that. But I typically don't. And then this page, I actually put a washi. And then I keep track of my income here. So when I was in the restaurant, I kept track of like my tips. I put restaurant, which I'm not gonna do because I'm not gonna be working there. So I would put like restaurant and then tips, however much I made throughout the month, and then my paychecks, so both of my paychecks, and then maybe I'll just write this in. Maternity leave. I honestly do not know when I get money from my maternity leave. I've been on maternity leave since like the first week of April and only gotten one check, so I honestly do not know how it works. So yeah, still figuring that out, so we'll see, but this is where I keep track of that. And then once I kind of have an idea of like the payment schedule, I'll come back in and fill this in, and then I do like my online, so I keep track of like if I make any money from my insurance business or maybe YouTube, stuff like that I keep track of. Like if I do any kind of Amazon or something like that, you know, and then I have a section for bonus. So basically whatever is in this area, I just keep track of here in this page. And then this page, I just do a washi. Because this is where I keep track of David and I's money that we owe each other. So throughout the month, if I'm buying groceries or if he's going to Costco, situations like that where he's gone to the store or I've gone to the store, or like I've paid for Bentley's insurance and he owes me for that, I keep track of that here, and then that way we can kind of just balance it out at the end of the month. And then I just again make it just look pretty. And then I put money in and out. And then I'll just put like me and David. So then I keep track. So he gives me all of his receipts. I have all my receipts. And then on this page, I do my bills. which I think I'm gonna do this washi first. So I just like to keep track of like when they're due. I typically know, but because I don't use my monthly view for this, I do like to have a page just to check things off and make sure they're going through, because I do check my accounts pretty often just to make sure everything is solid, my bills are being paid. Sometimes, you know, if you don't have automatic payments or something set up, or like you change your card or something, I just want to make sure that I have everything paid for. Okay, I'm gonna fill in these lines, and then I think we're solid. So yeah, these are kind of like what I do with these pages. Maybe I could do like the budget with me for the checks, because I think I got a check for my maternity leave on the 15th or 16th. So I think I'm gonna have to look it up and see the schedule, but I think it might be twice a month. So maybe that'll be good. I can break it down. Or maybe I should have left this in. That way I could do weekly. Oh man. I'm gonna put that back. We're gonna see. This is something new for this month. So, okay, but that is it for my savings. I'm gonna come in and fill these in later because I don't know the ending and beginning balances yet. I gotta do April's closeout, and then same with my savings, and then sinking funds. I am going to, oh no, I'm gonna lay some more stickers down. I am going to do my April budget closeout and my sinking funds closeout, so definitely come back and check that out when I have that up. If you aren't subscribed yet, I would love it if you subscribe. My goal is to become a lot more consistent with my budget, because it definitely is a way for me to stay accountable for my budget when I'm sharing it online. So yeah. We're gonna add another sticker. Should I do the blue one down here? Yes. But again, you guys, I appreciate you all hanging out with me for this budgeting video. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you got something from it, or just an idea. I love watching how other people budget, because sometimes it gives me new ideas on what I could do in my own budget. Implement certain things. So yeah, I'm gonna lay this down, and then we will be done. All right, so that is it, you guys. Again, I'm gonna come back, put all this in, but that's it. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I would love it if you did. It definitely helps my channel. You know, lets the algorithm know that people are here. I'm back filming. So yeah, definitely come back and check out my future videos. But again, I hope you guys are all doing well, and thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys in a video real soon.